can be.
GABP is the place to be June 12th through the 14th when the Reds take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Start your weekend with another Nike City Connect Friday. Fans in attendance on Saturday will receive an Andrew Abbott City Connect bobblehead thanks to St. Elizabeth Healthcare while supplies last. On Sunday, honor those who have served our country during Veterans and Military Appreciation Day, presented by Hamilton County Veterans. Secure your seats now at reds.com/ticket.
Francona, Tito, it's got to be tough to see a guy like Sam Maul, who's been pretty reliable for you in the bullpen this year, have the struggles in back-to-back games that he's had. Maybe the situation won't allow it, but is this one of those times where rather than trying to run a guy right back out there, you might want to give him some time, or do you just not have that luxury?
Well, that's what I was going to kind of go to before you said that. We've been in our bullpen so much, and we've been asking a lot of the guys like Maul and Burke, and now even Ferguson. Just he's only been there 3-4 outings, but it's been a lot in a little time. So we got to keep an eye on that because that's not going to help him. But Sammy has been good, and I won't run from him. I kind of laugh when I know Tony struggles. I see it, believe me. But if we just completely run from him, I don't know how our bullpen's going to get better. We have to try to get these guys going.
Finally, we'll end on a positive note. Really nice series for Matt McClain. Good to see him hit a few home runs and get rewarded for some good swings. Is that a step in the right direction? Is there an adjustment you've seen with him that leads you to believe that this could be him going in the right direction?
I think I've said that several times, but I'll tell you what, when he hits a ball, he doesn't hit it like you look at his stature. He hits the ball like a big guy when he hits it. I mean, that ball was against the wind in the deep part of that ballpark. So, and again, any lift, I'll never talk down one of our guys. I want them to do great. I want them all to do great.
That's Reds manager Terry Francona. It's the Reds and Padres kicking off a 3-game series shortly. It has more of the pregame show next on the Reds Radio Network.
Here's tonight's pitching matchup for San Diego. It's right-hander Walker Buehler. He is 3-3 with a 4.53 ERA. Lefty Andrew Abbott goes to the mound for Cincinnati. He's 4-3. His ERA 4.06. The Reds and Padres are up next on the Reds Radio Network.
This is Cincinnati Reds baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds baseball is brought to you by AAA. At home or on the road, we've got you covered. Bar S Foods, quality meats that are just right. From hot dogs and sausage to deli meats and more, Bar S is just right. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Tri-Health, the official healthcare provider for the Cincinnati Reds. Kroger, fresh for everyone. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds. Reds Baseball is also brought to you by
On the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
Hey, Reds fans! United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Hi, this is Andrew Abbott. Through Reds Country Cares, we want to help bring awareness to this great cause.
This June hit a home run for kids. Family Nurturing Center helps 10,000 local children and families each year heal from abuse and build brighter futures. Step up to the plate. Learn more or get involved at familynurture.org. Let's keep families strong.
To learn more about Reds Country Cares, visit reds.com/unity.
Must be the love, yeah, must be the love right now.
There's so much to love in Ohio because the heart-shaped state is the heart of adventure with 76 free state parks, amusement parks, ballparks, and more. The heart of opportunity with great jobs and a low cost of living. Ohio is the heart of it all. Follow your heart at ohio.org.
Baseball is better with a group. Reds fans, you can save big when you bring your group of 15 or more to a game. Grab your friends and family and check a Reds game off your summer bucket list. Looking to entertain your clients or employees? Treat them to a major league experience at the ballpark. Part of a nonprofit? Fundraise for your cause with group ticket sales. For more information on group to a Reds game, visit reds.com/groups.
It is just about time for baseball in San Diego. Let's head back there now with all the play-by-play of the Reds and Padres. Here's Tommy Thrall.
Welcome back out to Petco Park. Thanks yet. It's time to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They are presented to you by St. Elizabeth Healthcare and the Young Family Cancer Center, regional leader in cancer care. Start your cancer game plan today at stelizabeth.com/Reds. And we begin with Terry Francona's visiting Reds. The Reds come in 2 games under 500 now at 31-33. Leading things off, the center fielder Blake Dunn. J.J. Blade plays left field and hits second. Batting third, the first baseman Sal Stewart. Nathaniel Lowe is the DH hitting fourth. Batting fifth, the third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Noelvi Martes in right field hitting sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop Matt McClain. Tyler Stevenson will catch and hit eighth. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Edwin Arroyo. Andrew Abbott starting on the mound for the Reds. Again, Dunn, Blade, Stewart, Lowe, Suarez, Marte, McClain, Stevenson, and Arroyo with Abbott pitching. Now for Craig Stammen's San Diego Padres. They are 33-31. They're in third in the NL West 8-back. They've lost 13 of their last 17. Leading off, the second baseman, Fernando Tatis Jr. Jackson Merrill plays center field, hits second. Batting third, the first baseman, Ty France. Manny Machado plays third base and hits fourth. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Gavin Sheets will DH and hit sixth. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jace Bowen. Samad Taylor is in left field hitting eighth, and batting ninth, the catcher, Freddie Fermin. Walker Buehler starting on the mound for the Padres. Again, it'll be Tatis, Merrill, France, Machado, Bogaerts, Sheets, Bowen, Taylor, and Fermin. Buehler pitching. The umpires tonight at home plate, Lance Barrett. Malachi Moore is at first base. Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief, at second base. And Mike Estabrook is at third. Pleased, as always, to be joined by Chris Welsh. I'm Tommy Thrall. Great to be with you tonight from San Diego. Well, Chris, the Reds got to find a way to snap the skid today in San Diego.
Yeah, Tommy, I really do believe that when you score early and you get a couple of runs and you give your pitcher some breathing room, it makes the whole team feel like you're energized a little bit. That's why I think the first few innings are very important in this ball game.
First pitch presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together, and it's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count on Blake Dunn. The right-hander Buehler brings it home, and Dunn swings, fouls it off to the right side, of the count is 0-2 on Blake Dunn. Hitting right at 300, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs for Dunn. Dunn in the series finale against the Cardinals yesterday in St. Louis was 1 for 5. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. Buehler works from the first base side of the rubber, out of the stretch all the time, and he throws, and Dunn swings, fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes on Blake Dunn.
Well, that last pitch by Walker Buehler was his slider. That is by far his bread and butter pitch. Early in the count might be the time to really swing the bat against him because nobody's really been able to do much against his slider.
Buehler brings home the 0-2 pitch. It's way too high. Dunn lays off, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now on Blake Dunn. Beautiful night for baseball here in San Diego, as it often is. It was a picture-perfect day today. Now the pitch, and Dunn swings and whacks one right back up the middle. Just out of the reach is Xander Bogaerts, ranging far to his left, and that is into center field for a base hit. So Dunn is aboard with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up J.J. Bleday.
You know, I think that situation for Blake Dunn is really the biggest difference that I see him this year versus last year. He's able to adjust a little bit, make some changes when he gets 2 strikes, and that's very important for a hitter. He's doing it well.
So Dunn's on at first base. Now the pitch to J.J. Bleday is cut on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 on Bleday, 274, 10 home runs, 28 driven in. Runner on at first base with nobody out. Buehler sets ready, and the right-hander delivers. And the pitch is swung on and fouled back. 0-2 on Bleday. Walker Buehler making his 13th start of the year, 3-3, a 4.53 ERA. 57 2/3 innings pitched. He has struck out 49 against 20 walks. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Dunn pretty good lead at first base. Buehler fires, and it's just a little bit up and away. Ball and 2 strikes. Reds really weren't running much against the Cardinals as you might expect them to yesterday. Reds just haven't run a ton. Dunn draws a throw over to first base, and he's back in safely with a head-first dive. But as we've kind of talked about, you want to get out to an early lead and kind of get a little momentum going. Sometimes putting a runner in motion can help with that. Of course, if it doesn't work out, then you've killed any momentum you might have. So it's kind of a catch-22. Soft roller right side, bobbled by the first baseman. France recovers and flips it to the pitcher, covering in time to get Bleday. You could tell France was thinking about possibly a double play when that ball was hit. But he went to his right, bent down to glove it, got a glove on it, but the ball stayed and he kept going. Then he had to go back and was able to flip it just in time to the pitcher Buehler covering at the bag to get J.J. Bleday. Done up to second base on what ends up being a 3-1 putout. Defense is one area of this Padres team that's actually been pretty good this year. The pitch is way off the plate outside. These teams, similar in a lot of regards. They both started hot, had division leads early in the year, and they've seen them slip away. The Reds have dipped below 500. The Padres still find themselves a couple of games over. The pitch, and it's off the outside corner to Sal Stewart. 2 balls, no strikes on Stewart. Runner at second base with 1 man out. 253, 12 homers, 39 RBIs for the right-handed hitting rookie. Buehler ready at the belt. He brings it home. And Sal takes off the outside corner. He's way ahead of the count here. 2 balls and no strikes with the left-handed hitting Nathaniel Lowe waiting in the on-deck circle.
Looks like a good old-fashioned pitch around to me.
The right-hander sets ready, and here comes Buehler. And he walked him, missed low. So 4 straight out of the zone to the right-handed hitting Sal Stewart. And that's the puzzling part. It almost appeared as though he was pitching around him, but why, as a right-handed pitcher, would you pitch around the right-handed hitter with a dangerous left-hander coming up next?
Not really sure about that. And not only a dangerous left-hander, but a left-handed hitter that has had very good success against him here in his career.
We'll see how this matchup fares right now.
He is 4 for 8 lifetime.
And the first pitch is a little bit high. A breaking ball to start off this at-bat to Nathaniel Lowe. And the count is 1-0. And now they're going to have a conference on the mound to try to get Buehler back on track right now. I mean, this is a situation here where it could get a little sideways quickly. This is a Padre team that doesn't hit. I mean, they don't hit at all. And if they get behind the 8-ball early, it makes it really difficult for them to come back into a game. Meeting on the mound over, and now Buehler throws. Lowe takes inside, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count on Nathaniel Lowe. Buehler having a lot of difficulty all of a sudden finding the strike zone. The pitch, swinging, there's a weak roller foul up the first base line. 2 balls and 1 strike to count on Nathaniel Lowe. The only positive for Walker Buehler in this matchup, Lowe has, as Chris mentioned, has gone 4 for 8 against him, but only 1 extra base hit. That 1 extra base hit, believe it or not, was a triple. Buehler looks back, throws, and the 2-1 pitch is way too high. In fact, Fermin had to reach straight up. Outstretched arm snagging that pitch that Buehler almost threw to the backstop.
Boy, this is just a clear sign. Here's a pitcher ready to get beat early in the ball game.
Now the 3-1 swung on and fouled back, and the count's full 3-2. Tonight's Timstar game time temperature here in San Diego, a very, very delightful 68 degrees. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Got him the breaking ball down and in, and Lowe strikes out. 2 gone here in the first.
So that's the slider that you're really trying to prevent against because it's got great downward motion. You know, Buehler throws from a high arm angle, and he's able to stay on top of that ball and drive it downward. That's what makes it especially tough, righties or lefties.
Get complete home comfort with a Timstar heating and cooling system. Find your local Timstar dealer at timstar.com. Eugenio Suarez back in the lineup, hitting .209, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. He watches a first pitch cutter hit the outside corner for a called strike, and now the 0-1 way high. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike on Suarez. Reds need to get him going again a little bit. Buehler out of the stretch, readies, he throws. And it's a ground ball right back to the pitcher on 1 sharp pop. Buehler has it and flips it to first in time to get the out. Boy, it looked like the Reds.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Deserves the care we give, but we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
Great American Ballpark and Great American Mustard. Some things just belong together. Family-owned and Ohio-made, Wilbur's Mustard has been a Reds game day favorite since 1905. If you're at the ballpark or watching from home, top off your hot dog, burger, or brat with Wilbur's Mustard.
First pitch from Andrew Abbott is taken for ball one. Fernando Tatis Jr. And they're leading things off for the Padres. Tatis, kind of the only hot hitter for the San Diego team right now. Breaking ball misses low. He's ahead of the count now, 2 balls and no strikes.
And he's really not that kind of hot hitter that the Padres and Padres fans thought that they would get. I mean, he has basically had a power outage all year long.
Boy, that's putting it mildly. 1 home run. 19 RBIs for Tatis. The pitch is a little bit low. Fastball missing down, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count on Fernando Tatis Jr. to open things for Andrew Abbott. Abbott has really pitched against the Padres well in his career. Here's his 3-0, and it's way outside, ball 4. That is the last thing the Reds wanted to see from Andrew Abbott to begin this game. And you just don't want to give the Padres free base runners. You got to make this San Diego team earn it. Look, I get it. They have household names, Tatis, Bogarts, and of course Manny Machado hitting in the middle of the lineup. But this is the worst hitting team in baseball by a fairly wide margin. Abbott goes to work now against Jackson Merrill, and he swings and hits one high in the air, down the line and left. Long run for Blade into foul territory with room. He'll make the catch. And Jackson Merrill now the foul fly down the left field line.
How about that? You swing at a first pitch fastball, lefty on lefty, and you're late on it and pop it up into left field. Kind of gives you a little bit of an insight as to how much this Padre team is struggling.
And it comes right on the heels of a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah.
So Tatis at first, 1 out. Here's Ty France, the former Reds, hitting .268. 6 home runs, 18 driven in. The pitch to France is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Ty France. Abbott gave up 3 runs in 6 innings and a no decision against the Royals on Tuesday in his last start. The left-hander pauses and brings it home. Pitch to France is lifted to right. Well hit. Going back on it, though, the right fielder, Marte. Just a step shy of the warning track, makes the catch. Tatis is back to first, and France is out on the fly to right.
You know, the way this ballpark plays, it is very good park to pitch in. Balls in between the gaps, they really don't carry very far. It's a ballpark that if you put good defense and good pitching in there, you're going to win some ball games just by run prevention.
Now Manny Machado. Left-hander Andrew Abbott goes to work against Machado. First pitch to him is a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike. 0-1 on Machado. Machado has the worst batting average among qualified hitters in the big leagues. He's hitting just .169. Left-hander Abbott brings it home to Machado. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off the right side. That's going to end up in the upper deck. And he's down to the count now. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, Padre fans better hope that this little cold spot by Machado is temporary, because they've got him for the next 7 years at big money.
Abbott, the pause, and the 0-2 pitch. And Machado lifts one in the air right field. Lazy fly. Going back on it is Marte, and he'll make the catch. Side retired. And that does it for the Padres in the first. So nice job by Abbott to work around the 4-pitch walk to open the game. We go to the second inning. No score, Reds and Padres.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff. I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on. American ingenuity. That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
On the move and diving and making the catch is Jake Bowers.
Back goes Jacob Young.
He's at the wall. He's leaping, and he makes the catch with his right foot into the wall.
This one's ripped to left center field, and that's going to be
caught by Myers. Line drive up in the air, leaping catch, Young to bring it down.
Bouncer left side. Bare hand play by Sal Stewart on the bounce. Got him.
That one a hot shot and a diving grab by Norby at first.
Backhanded and shallow center. Brocchio off balance throw. Got him.
Meyer over calling foul territory. Oh. He makes the catch, tumbling into the tarp.
Diving stop by Caminero. Pops up, throws to first, and got him.
Foul territory, and he makes the snow cone as he hops over the tarp. Ewing going back and reaches out and smashes the wall and hangs on. Back Crawford to the track at the wall, makes the catch, bangs into the fence.
Siri tracking it back towards the wall, and Siri got it, took away a grand slam.
Noelvi Marte will lead things off. No score. Reds and Padres, second inning. Right-hander's first pitch to Marte is just off the outside corner from Walker Buehler. 1-0. Marte hitting 167, 6-4, 36. On his second stint with the team this year, he takes a strike. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike on Noelvi Marte. Right-hander against right-hander. The pitch to him, and Marte swings right through it. Wave and a miss. And he's down a ball and 2 strikes.
So this is the chance right here, down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, to make the same adjustment that Blake Dunn made. Where you get a little bit closer to the plate, you shorten up a little bit, and you protect that outside part of the dish.
And a swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away. And Marte strikes out. Second strikeout for Walker Buehler. 1 gone here in the second. Now Matt McLain. Boy, is this guy swinging it well the last couple of days. That's a refreshing statement. McLain with 3 home runs, going deep in each of his last 2 games. Gives him 8 on the year. First pitch to McLain is a fastball strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. You just hope that it's not just flash in the pan success and that this is the fruits of the hard work that he's been putting in. The pitch is down and away. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on McLain. Right-hander Buehler comes set, and the 1-1. McLain takes off the outside corner. He's ahead of the count, 2 balls and a strike.
You know, sometimes you can tell more by watching a hitter take a pitch than swing at a pitch. And I like the way he's watching pitches that are not good hittable pitches.
He looks very confident up there right now. And a fastball just did miss. Cutter off the outside corner. And now McLain has the count well in his favor. 3 balls and a strike. Buehler sets, he throws, and McLain jumps at a 3-1 fastball, but fouled it back.
I would always look at hitters when I would throw a pitch on the outer part of the plate or just off the plate. And sometimes you see them kind of lean outside, leading with their chin. They're telling me that they're not seeing the plate and they don't know the strike zone. McLain has been doing that for a long time. but maybe not so much the last few games.
3-2 pitch. Swung on, and that ball's ripped toward the right center field gap. That's down for a hit. Over is Bowen. He'll play it on a bounce, and McLean is aboard with a one-out single. That was a fastball out over the plate, and McLean just laced it into right field.
You know, I remember the other day I read an article about Albert Pujols and his advice to young hitters when they get 2 strikes on them. He said, all I ever wanted to do was take that inside fastball back up the middle. That means you hit it late. That's what Matt McLean did right there.
Tyler Stevenson now, the runner at first. The pitch. Stevenson rips one right back up the middle. That's into left center field for a hit. McLean makes the turn at second. He's going to burn for third and make it easily on the single right back up the middle by Tyler Stevenson. And he had a good day yesterday also with a 3-hit ball game. So now he picks up where he left off. And the Reds have him at the corners now with only 1 out in the second. And Edwin Arroyo coming to the plate.
Yeah, that was a splitter that did not split very much. It kind of hung right up there about thigh high. Buehler trying to get a ground ball double play.
So Arroyo at the plate, chance to do a little damage here. Still looking for his first major league RBI, and the first pitch to Arroyo, a cutter that misses for ball 1. 1-0 on Edwin Arroyo. Arroyo 3 for 14. And Buehler brings it home, and Arroyo bounces it into the Padres' first base dugout. Arroyo 1 for 4 yesterday in St. Louis. Shortstop shading toward the middle. Machado tied at third. The pitch, and Arroyo gets it in the air to left. Toward the line, coming on is Taylor. The catch is made. Tagging at third. Here comes McLean. The throw to the plate, and they got him. Great throw from Samad Taylor. Skipped it on a one hop to Freddie Fermin, and it was there in plenty of time to get McLean. First outfield assist for Samad Taylor. The Reds come up empty despite the threat in the second. We go to the
Here's Dunn. He just missed this one, hitting it a ton. Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone. Unbelievable. It was in the ballpark, but it bounced off Nady's glove over the fence for a homer, and Dunn says, I'll take it.
Coming on, Schumann dives, makes the catch. Max Schumann, great hustle right there.
Caught by Rengifo says not today. Schmidt's back, he's at the track, he leaps, and he makes the catch. Diving stop backhanded by Hoskins. A perfect feed to Ciccone. What a play by Hoskins.
He slides, and did he hold on? He did. Just get him the third Gold Glove right now.
Gilbert jumps up, he caught it! He just made a spectacular play.
Caught by Rengifo. Boy, has he been tested. That ball was smoked right at him.
Cody reaching out, he's got it.
Oh, how did he grab that?
And he slides, and he's there.
No nightmares there.
It's over by the sidewall, slides. He made the catch. He hangs on.
Speaking of arms.
Wow.
A howitzer for Abreu.
To the right side, there's a stab by a running Alex Freeland. Backhanded nicely by McMahon. Oh, a rocket.
Line drive left field, and Mangum will make the catch.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Careers, Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in.
came up empty in the top of this inning. Bottom of the second now. And the first pitch to Xander Bogaerts is taken off the outside corner for ball one. 1-0 on Xander Bogaerts. Abbott back to work. And the pitch. A little bit low and inside. One ball, one strike. Bogaerts hitting .226. 8 home runs, 27 driven in. The left-hander fires, and the breaking ball is grounded fair down the third baseline. Backhanded by Suarez. Long throw, big stretch at first. Stewart, they got him. Nice play by Eugenio Suarez deep at third to make that backhanded pickup, and the throw from foul territory, but got plenty on it, and he got Bogaerts by about a step and a half. One out in the second, and now Gavin Sheets. Sheets coming to the plate. Hitting .229, 10 home runs, and he's knocked in 25. The first pitch to him is in there for a called strike. If you're listening tonight on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Abbott's pitch, and it swung on, fouled back our way. It'll end up just below us. 0-2 now on Gavin Sheets. Interesting to see Sheets in there against a left-handed pitcher. He is hit horribly against southpaws. Hitting only a .202 clip against left-handers. He's been far better against right-handers, over 40 points better, swung on and fouled back. He's kind of a platoon guy, but getting the start today against the left-hander. They're a little short-handed. Of course, they're without Miguel Andujar, who left the game yesterday with a hamstring issue. Former Red. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Sheets swings and misses. He went after a fastball there that was up out of the zone and on his knuckles. He came up empty, and now 2 gone here in the second inning as we look at tonight's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Who was the first player inducted into the Reds Hall of Fame who had also played for the Padres during his career? A, Cesar Geronimo, B, Aaron Harang, or C, Fred Norman? Pitch, backdoor breaking ball off the outside corner. Speaking of Aaron Harang, you saw him today.
I saw all of those guys. In fact, I saw Aaron Harang today, but I'm going to go with Fred Norman.
Okay. Here's the left-hander's 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled away, right side. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike on Jace Bowen. Bowen, one of the top prospects for the Padres. He was actually drafted by the Pirates as an 11th rounder back in 2019. 1-1 pitch, a little bit too low. A true 3-sport star. In fact, he was a 3-star recruit at wide receiver coming out of high school. Decided to sign a pro contract to start his baseball career instead of going to college. Pitch in there for a strike. He was possibly headed to Michigan for baseball, but signed instead with Pittsburgh. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count on Jace Bowen. Nobody on, 2 men are out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, fouled away. I said Michigan. That is a major faux pas. It was actually Michigan State.
It makes a difference when you are in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, they don't.
Indeed.
They don't like when those two get mixed up. So my apologies to those of you that are Michigan or Michigan State fans for confusing the two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, and it's a little bit low on the outside corner. The count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, it's kind of interesting that he'd have to make a choice between those 2 schools anyway, given the fact that he is from Toledo,
right,
Ohio.
Went to Central Catholic High School there in Toledo. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off, right side. That'll twist back into the second deck. He only has 12 at-bats in the big leagues. He's 1 for 12. He got called up when Ramon Laureano went on the injured list, so he's still very new to the big leagues. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, and here's Abbott's 3-2 pitch. And he just did miss off the inside corner of the ball 4. So Jace Bowen works the walk. He'll head down to first base with a 2-out free pass. Abbott has walked a batter in each of the first 2 innings, and now Samad Taylor. One on, 2 out. The left-hander from the belt brings it home. And the first pitch is a backdoor breaking ball in for a strike. Count is 0-1 on Samad Taylor. Taylor also doesn't have a whole lot of time up here. this year. He's only 1 for 4. Runner takes off. The pitch is up and away. Here comes the throw to second, and they did not get it. Arroyo doing a good job to take that throw while slapping the tag down. Good motion there. So he didn't have to come up. He was already up, caught it kind of on the way down, and made it very close at second. Reds won't challenge. It will be a stolen base for Bowen. That's his first big league stolen base. Showing off his speed. Probably part of the reason he was a 3-star wide receiver recruit. Swung on, fouled back. One ball and 2 strikes to count on Samad Taylor. Abbott trying to get out of the second inning. Work around the 2-out walk. Here he comes. And Taylor tried to check his swing. Went around on the appeal down at first base. Malachi Moore says he went. Inning over. So Abbott does work around the 2-out walk, and we go to the third. Chris has it when we come back in a scoreless tie here in San Diego on the Reds Radio Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Whoa! Good effort down there. That's just foul. Whoa!
It's a swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying. He says he's all right. It says, who needs a beverage?
I need
Look at this.
beer. He wants a beer, guys.
I hope Todd remembers the safe word.
You have become a legend.
2 dislocated shoulders and a broken clavicle. Not a problem. I want to go party with that guy.
San Diego.
Shot to the upper deck, caught by that fan right there. Nice grab.
On the field win-loss, and Blake Dunn takes first pitch fastball from Walker Buehler right on the outside corner. Although last year the Reds were 4-2 against the Padres. The 0-1 is swung on the ground of the shortstop. There goes Bogarts to his left, across the field for the first out of the inning. So now J.J. Bleday. The Reds threatened in the first. They threatened in the second. In fact, they had a runner thrown out at the plate for the third out of the second inning. And nobody on, and 1 out here in the top of the third, and the first pitch to Bleday is up and in off the plate, ball 1. Bleday, 10 home runs, 28 driven in. And swung on and fouls it straight back. Boy, he's got a beautiful swing, though. You know, Bleday is the kind of hitter that even when he misses his pitch or fouls it off, he gives you the impression that he's right on it. And the pitch is hit and hit hard and deep and far and foul.
Kind of like that.
Had plenty enough to get out of here. It was only foul by about 10 feet as it went about halfway up the foul pole, deep into the first stands in the bleacher area down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Is up and in, chasing him back a little bit. Buehler grew up a Reds fan. Walker was a native of Lexington, Kentucky. Ended up doing his college work down at Vanderbilt. And the pitch by Buehler is a breaking ball down. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-time All-Star and also a 2-time Tommy John recipient. The payoff pitch is a little bit low, and that's ball 4 to put J.J. Bleday on. So with 1 out, the Reds reach a base runner. Now Sal Stewart. Stewart with a little bit of a reuniting of friends here as he saw Manny Machado in San Diego for the first time. There's a fastball strike on the inside corner. Of course, Machado and Sal Stewart pretty much hang out all winter long, working out about 5 days a week. Small lead by Bleday at first, and a pitch down and in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's no question about it that when teams see Sal Stewart now for the first time, they try to get that fastball inside. But he just doesn't chase a lot off the plate. There's one off the plate outside, and it's 2-1. Buehler working quickly, runner not going, and it's off the plate, and it's a 3-1 count now for Sal Stewart. So he is in the driver's seat in this at bat. He's going to use his timeout as he steps across the line that marks the right-handed batter's box. Now he's back in the box. And the pitch is swung on a rocket shot right to Tatis at second base. He hit it off the middle, Sal Stewart did, but Tatis ranged to his right, reached up, and the big, tall second baseman was able to hold on to it and bring it in.
I guess he just plays Gold Glove caliber defense no matter where you put him on the field, whether it's shortstop, right field, or in this case, second base.
So now Nathaniel Lowe. Lowe struck out his first time up, and he takes the first pitch breaking ball. That's down and out of the zone. And the throw over will chase Bleday back on his belly to first base. Not really much of a move there for Walker Buehler. You know, most pitchers that have a good move, right-handers that is, have a good move to first base. It starts with very quick feet and a short arm throw. Here's the 1-0. There's a pitch on the outside corner. That's a strike. So the backdoor breaking ball. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bleday off first base and wanted to pull the trigger. He didn't, but the pitch was up and out of the zone. So Nathaniel Lowe with a 2-1 count. Reds trying to get a little offense going here against Walker Buehler. Swung on, hit well left field, and drifting foul. Fastball that got in on him a little bit. It really wasn't all that long ago, at least in my mind, that Walker Buehler was dealing for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But back in 2014, he went 14-4. He still has a remarkable win-loss record in the major leagues. 60 wins against 32 losses. And a pitch is a breaking ball a little bit outside, and now Freddie Fermin, the catcher, wants it reviewed. And it's strike 3. They caught the very top of the order. The Padre catcher.
Liner to right field. Nishida gets there in time.
It is caught.
Take it back, Sterling Thompson.
Grounded right side. Nunez over to get it in the hole. What a play to get the lead runner.
Here comes Owen Casey coming on into a slide. He's got it.
Pulled out to third. A diving stop to his right by Riley. Quick onto his feet. Throws over for the out.
Emo fighting the sun, racing in, dives, rolls, and makes the catch.
One racing back, still going back. Makes the catch. Hit that wall hard. Loop down to right. Suzuki sliding. And he made the grab. What a catch.
Toward the foul line, Nimmo coming on, and he makes another sliding catch.
Oh, barehanded by Turner, and Turner is able to throw out a very speedy runner. Minor caught by Rengifo. He went as high as he could and brought it down.
Down the right field line, 3 Rangers converging.
What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did.
You're going to see this one on the highlights.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They just show up. That's why I have CarShield. Coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at championSafeNow.com.
A 0-0 ball game here in San Diego. We are in the bottom of the third inning, and Freddie Fermin, right-handed hitting catcher, steps up. Fermin acquired last year from the Kansas City Royals, and he takes a pitch from Andrew Abbott, a little bit low and out of the zone. Ball 1. Fermin comes in a 147 hitter. And the pitch by Abbott is right down the middle. That's a strike. Abbott all the way over there on the third base side of the rubber, and he deals, and Fermin hits it and hits it well. Deep to left field. There goes Baudet back against the wall, and it's a 1-0 ball game. Freddie Fermin, known as the Ferminator, puts the Padres up 1-0 on that home run that barely scraped over the wall in left field. And I think that's the kind of pitch that Andrew Abbott wishes that he could get back. A little curveball that he hung on the inner third about thigh high. So with a 1-0 Padre lead, the leadoff hitter Fernando Tatis steps in and looks at an off-speed pitch outside, ball 1. Tatis, .273 hitter, only 1 home run, and swung on, fouled off right side. Tatis awaits, and the pitch by Abbott is upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike to the 6'3" right-handed hitting outfielder, shortstop, second baseman. Came up as a shortstop. Now he's converted from outfield back to second base. And a pitch outside just off the plate. And it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Tatis, a 3-time All-Star. 27 years old. He's been in the big leagues for 7 years. Swung on, fouled off right side, a little bit late on the heater. A full count now to Fernando Tatis. Abbott with the 3-2 offering is swung on. That's on the grounds. Charging it is Matt McClain across the infield. And he'll get Tatis easily at first base for the first out of the inning. And now Jackson Merrill. Merrill, left-handed hitter, and he takes a breaking ball beauty right there on the outside corner. Padres are seriously scratching their heads about what has happened to Jackson Merrill. Breaking ball fouled off right on the end of the bat, and it's 0-2.
He's in good company.
In his rookie year, that was 2024. Came in second rookie of the year that year, behind Paul Skeens, and they thought the world was his oyster. Fastball popped up in the infield. There goes the shortstop, Matt McClain, back into the outfield grass, shallow, and he puts it away, out number 2. And Merrill now hovering that Mario Mendoza line. Which nowadays is somewhat of a crowded place.
Ooh. And Chris, I know we've talked about it some. I still don't really understand that.
That Mario Mendoza could hit 200? There's a strike to Ty France.
Know that the league averages would be down as much as they are with the strike zone smaller.
Mm-hmm. France, the former Cincinnati Red, and he swings and takes an awkward swing at that. Way out in front of a changeup. That is a dandy of a pitch right there that Abbott used on the big, strong right-handed hitter. And the 0-2 is swung on, fouled off backside, and a little bit late on the heater. The Padres have 3 players in the lineup tonight, including the pitcher, that came into camp as minor league players. Ty France, one of those. And that's up and away. That's a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs to Ty France. 1-0 ball game. Padres over the Reds. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Abbott delivers, and it's a breaking ball down. They're going to check at first base. He did not go. Lance Barrett behind the plate. Malachi Moore at first. Alfonso Marquez, he's the crew chief. He's umping at second base tonight. And Mike Esterbrook at third. It's a good veteran crew the Reds have in town here this weekend, or this week. And there's a little punch shot into right field. He reached out and took a change up the other way, did Ty France, and he's got himself a 2-out base hit. And let's pause for station ID up and down the Reds and Radio Network. Well, France keeps the action going a little bit. He gets the first base, and Manny Machado swings at the first pitch he sees and hits a high fly ball into shallow right field and just in fair territory. Here comes Noelvi Marte to catch it and put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Padres get 1. They get
liner to right field. Nishida gets there in time.
It is
caught. Take it back, Sterling Thompson.
Grounded right side. Nunez over to get it in the hole. What a play to get the lead runner.
Here comes Owen Casey coming on into a slide. He's got it.
Pulled out to third. A diving stop to his right by Riley. Quick onto his feet. Throws over for the out.
Emo fighting the sun, racing in, dives, rolls, and makes the catch.
Juan racing back, still going back. Makes the catch. Hit that wall hard. Looped out to right. Suzuki sliding. And he made the grab. What a catch.
Toward the foul line, Nimmo coming on, and he makes another sliding catch.
Bareheaded by Turner, and Turner is able to throw out a very speedy runner. Liner caught by Rengifo. He went as high as he could and brought it down.
Down the right field line, 3 Rangers converging.
What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did.
You're going to see this one on the highlights.
Reds come to bat here in the 4th inning, now trailing by a run, 1-0 on the Freddie Fermin home run. Eugenio Suarez leads it off. Suarez grounded back to the pitcher on one hop his first time up. He takes a first pitch strike, and the count is 0-1 on Eugenio Suarez. He actually grew up in the same Venezuelan city as Freddie Fermin. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Backing up is Machado. He'll backhand it and throw in time to first. Suarez is out. There's one gone here in the 4th inning. Now Noelvi Marte. Marte struck out his first time up against Buehler. One of 3 strikeouts that Buehler has so far tonight. Buehler sets ready. Now fires home to Marte, and the pitch is grounded right to Machado. He will glove it moving to his left this time and throws in time. Marte's out. 2 down here in the 4th on a pair of ground outs to the third baseman. 4th inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Bases are empty with 2 outs, and the batter is Matt McLean. Laced a base hit into right field his first time up. Now the pitch to him here is up and in for ball 1. 1-0 on McLean. So McLean starting to show that he's looking better at the plate. Now the 1-0 pitch, and he whacks this one to the left center field gap. That's going to get down and go to the wall. McLean around first, and he will motor into second with a 2-out stand-up double. I believe this is the best we've seen Matt McLean look all year. Now, he had that little stretch earlier where he kind of got hot for a couple of days, but, I mean, the way that he is just ripping line drives to all fields right now over the last 3 days, awfully impressive. And you can't help, when you know the ability that he has, you can't help but get excited about the way he's been swinging the bat the last few days. Now Tyler Stevenson swings and fouls it straight back. The count is 0-1 on Stevenson. It is as though McLean has turned a corner right here in the month of June. Now 7 for 17 this month. 2 doubles, 3 home runs. The pitch swung on, and that's fouled back by Tyler Stevenson. He's behind the count 0-2. See if the Reds can find a way to steal a 2-out run right here after the double by McLean. Stevenson 3 for 4. A triple shy of the cycle in yesterday's game against the Cardinals. Homered back-to-back with McLean. Would single and double later in the game. Hauer already has a hit up the middle today. Walker Buehler from the belt, and he's home with the 0-2. And Stevenson takes up and away. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. One to nothing Padres. We're in the 4th inning. Buehler home to Stevenson, and the breaking ball a little bit low on the outside corner. Freddie Fermin wants to challenge. Let's see. Is it strike 3? No, it was low on the outside corner. Movement of that pitch Had it dip about a half-inch below the zone right on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch by Walker Buehler, but it's still low. Count is even, 2-2 on Stevenson. The Padres do still have a challenge left. Big hole on the right side. Here it comes. And Stevenson fouls it off to the right. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson came in 4 for his last 8, including the double and home run that he hit in yesterday's game. Buehler, a long look in for the sign, and now he's just going to back off the rubber and reset. Matt McLain at second after a 2-out double. Right-hander to the plate, the 2-2 pitch, and again fouled off to the right side. And brought their glove to the park, making the backhanded catch down the line. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Stevenson. He is up there battling right now. This is about to be the 7th pitch of this at-bat. Buehler from the belt, deals. And the breaking ball is fouled away over by Edwin Arroyo waiting in the on-deck circle. 2-2.
This is one of those at-bats that Tyler Stevenson is doing so well at that Walker Buehler now has thrown him a couple of pitches that he hasn't used on anybody else. That last one, a really slow knuckle curveball.
Here he comes again, the 2-2 hit back by the mound to the second baseman Tatis. He will glove it moving to his left and throws it.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Like Clopay Garage Doors, up to 20% off Pella and Provia windows, and up to $100 off LiftMaster openers, plus 0 down, 0 interest for 2 years. Visit aedoorsales.com.
Inning, San Diego, walk 2. Allowed the home run and a single. 48 pitches as he works here in the 4th inning. Abbott back into his windup and delivers. Swing and a miss. Well, that pitch registered as a fastball, but it was 87 miles an hour. It really looked kind of like a changeup. The way that ball moved.
It went straight down.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. There was the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Abbott's not exactly a guy that's going to light up the radar gun into triple digits, but you also don't want to see his 4-seamer in there at 87, 88. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Xander Bogaerts. He throws, and Bogaerts takes a breaking ball in off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Bogaerts. Ground out to third, his first time up. Abbott has struck out 2. Now he's home with a 2-2 pitch, and Bogaerts pulls it on the ground to the shortstop. Matt McClain circles around it and throws in time. Gets the out at first base. Bogaerts is retired. 1 out in the 4th inning for Gavin Sheets. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer all season long. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area. When it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this together. Gavin Sheets takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. Count is 0-1 on Sheets. He is one of the 2 Andrew Abbott strikeout victims tonight. Sheets waiting on Abbott. Here he comes. And he didn't want to, but he couldn't hold up and went around on the breaking ball down and away. Sheets drafted out of the pitching factory Wake Forest. Not a pitcher, though. He was a 2nd-round pick of the White Sox when he was drafted. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes, Gavin Sheets for the 2nd time tonight. I don't know. You might know, Chris. I don't know when they developed that lab at Wake Forest. Sheets drafted back in 2017. I don't remember hearing about it back then.
Yeah, I really don't think that it's probably any more than maybe 6 years old. I do know that Larry Sorensen, former Major League pitcher, had a lot to do with, working in that lab early on.
Chase Bowen takes off the outside corner. The count is 1-0.
Sorensen worked in the lab, and he also did a lot of broadcasting for Wake Forest. Gives us a little bit of insight from time to time on Rhett Lauder and Chase Burns.
1-0 pitch, and it's low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to count on Jace Bowen. Left-handed pitcher Abbott. Right-handed hitting rookie Bowen. 2-0. Strike call to the outside corner. Checks in at number 23 in the Padre prospect rankings at this point. Bowen, 25 years old, born in Northwood, Ohio. He swings, sends a fly ball to left. There's J.J. Blade right in his tracks to make the catch, and that is the first 1-2-3 inning for Andrew.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Goes right side again. Kurt Schilling with another base hit. McGee tries to throw down. Oh, my God. It hit him right in the head. Are you kidding me? It hit Kurt Schilling right in the head. He never saw it. McGee came up throwing. Schilling kept running. He never saw it coming.
You can see the mark of the ball on the helmet.
Oh, brother.
Reds come to bat here in the 5th inning. Edwin Arroyo to lead it off. He'll be followed by the top of the order in Dunn and Blade. 1-0 San Diego and a home run from a very unsuspecting source. Pitch. Arroyo takes up and away. No, I'm not talking about Manny Machado or Fernando Tatis. Freddie Fermin, who now has triple the home runs of Fernando Tatis on the season. He's the difference, the 1-0 ball game. And now Arroyo hits a humpback liner into right field. Over to cut it off is Bowen, and he gets it back in quickly. Arroyo is on with a base hit. His 4th hit of the big leagues.
For Arroyo, a nice job of waiting back on that curveball that Walker Buehler laid right in there for him.
He's on at first to start the Reds' 5th inning. Second time tonight the Reds have had their leadoff man on, and now Blake Dunn watches a fastball sink over the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Dunn.
Yeah, Dunn's got that complete infield on the right side, wide open if he wants to lace one that way.
Tatis shading up the middle, France holding the runner at first. And the pitch just off the outside corner, fastball away. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Dunn. We've seen the propensity for Dunn to drop down a bunt here lately as well. You wonder if that thought enters his mind at all here. Pick to first, chases Arroyo back to the bag. At Kroger, an annual Boost membership saves you up to $1,100 a year with double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and member-exclusive savings. Sign up today at Kroger.com/boost. Now the 1-1 pitch, Buehler to Blake Dunn. Low and away. Slider missed there, 2 balls and a strike. Willie Harris in the third base coach's box through a series of signs. Arroyo bouncing off the bag at first. Buehler tosses outside again to Dunn, and it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. So now Dunn way ahead here. And he can get pretty selective. You know Buehler doesn't want to get to a point where he's got 2 on with nobody out here in the 5th inning. He wants to throw a strike to Dunn. There goes Arroyo. He started, then stopped. The pitch is a strike to Dunn. A cutter over the outside corner, and it's a full count, 3-2. Right-hander Bradley Rodriguez loosening in the Padre bullpen right now. Arroyo is running. 3-2, swung on, fouled back. He started on the last pitch, stopped. This time he committed. He was going, but Dunn fouled it away. See if he's going here. And he'll draw a throw from the right-hander Buehler, and Arroyo diving back into the bag easily ahead of that move. If anything, that may give Arroyo a better look at him, and he might even be able to get a better jump. Arroyo leading off the bag. Buehler the long hold. Arroyo runs, and Dunn fouls it back again. So we'll try it all over again. Consecutive pitches now with the count full on Blake Dunn that Arroyo's been running. You kind of wonder, all right, well, that's 2 pitches in a row. Is he just going to keep running? It's turning into a lengthy at-bat here with Blake Dunn. They've gone the distance. Arroyo going again, and Dunn again sprays foul down the right field line, well back into the seat. So maybe Dunn just thought Arroyo needed to get a little extra conditioning in. He's getting his sprints in now. Arroyo will take his time, probably catching his breath as he heads back to first base. Three balls, 2 strikes on Dunn. The 9th pitch of the at-bat about to be unleashed by Buehler. Arroyo again takes off, and again it's fouled off at the plate, this time right off the catcher. So we'll do it again. Arroyo's probably starting to think this is getting to be a little ridiculous. It was fouled right off the mask of Freddie Fermin. Blake Dunn trying to single-handedly run Walker Buehler out of this game. Arroyo, again, pretty good lead at first. Buehler readies. Arroyo runs. Another foul backing out of play.
So how long does Terry Francona keep that sign on?
I don't know.
I mean, at least Arroyo is young. He's got nice, fresh legs, you know. Better than one of those veterans out there that he would have been gassed after the first 2 foul balls.
If it were a veteran, there's a few of them out there that I think would call it off themselves. All right. Let's see. Here's the 11th pitch. There he goes. And a swing and a miss. And the throw goes sailing into center field because they're going to say that Dunn interfered with the throw. Both are going to be out. So Dunn strikes out, and after all that, Arroyo is going to be out on batter interference. So now J.J. Bleday will hit with the bases empty and 2 outs. Well, Freddie Fermin doing it all right now. Pitch on the way to J.J. Bleday's a strike. Well, that was worst case scenario there for the Reds. The pitch to Bleday is down low, so it's 2 unassisted on Edwin Arroyo. And batter interference. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch Bleday rather, drills it to the right center field gap, and it was hooking away from Merrill, and that's going to bounce and hit over the wall. So it bounces on the track and hops up over the wall out there in deep right center field for a ground rule double for J.J. Bleday. And that might have cost him a base. Bleday was off to the races. He was motoring. But, boy, doesn't that make the batter interference call sting. So double for J.J. Bleday, and now a visit to the mound for the Padres, and their pitching coach Ruben Niebla is out there. Probably more than anything to give Walker Buehler a little bit of a break. He has a long at bat with Blake Dunn that went 11 pitches. And then right after that, third pitch of the at bat to J.J. Bleday gets rocketed into the right center field gap. Sal Stewart at the plate. Tying run down at second base. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Here it comes. And Stewart swings the first pitch, fouls it back, strike 1. J.J. Bleday is the 4th Red to be in scoring position tonight already. 0-1. Ground ball toward the middle and through. That's into center field, a base hit. Here comes Bleday charging around third to score, and the Reds have tied it at 1. Sal Stewart singles home J.J. Bleday to get the Reds on the board.
You know, Sal Stewart is one hitter, a right-handed hitter in this Reds lineup that the Padre defense does not play up the middle. Shortstop plays in that traditional hole between third and second base, and a lot of guys they play up the middle on. They do not on Stewart, and he guns it right up there and gets a base knock.
He kind of has a knack for being able to find holes. So now Nathaniel Lowe pulls one on the ground sharply through the right side. That's a base hit. Sal around second aggressively, but slams on the brakes there. Base hit by Nathaniel Lowe into right after strikeouts his first 2 times up. Third straight hit for the Reds with 2 outs, and now that's going to be it for Walker Buehler. Craig Stammen on his way to the mound. Pitching change coming for the Padres with runners at first and second and 2 outs. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. All tied at 1 in the 5th on the Reds Radio Network.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years.
John Hooley back of the 1 and jumps and makes the catch over the shoulder.
Blake Dunn going back. leaps at the wall, and he brought it in. He robs a homer.
Dunn gathers. Olsen digging for two. Throw there. Good one by Dunn. Tag. He's out.
He robs a homer, 1 AP, and he guns down Olsen. Grady in second on the next.
Ward on the move with the dive, and he makes the catch.
Coming hard, diving catch by Schneemann.
Marshall back.
He's got it. Backing up Sajasi, nice play. 360 spin and a bullet.
Back up the middle. Nunez will be able to tag the runner and then throw to first.
Bounce to second. Steer, tough play to his right. Smooth pick. Pops to his knee.
Is a leaping catch. How about the hops on Vladdy? Diving attempt and a catch by Varsho.
Diving is Freeman, and he got it.
To first. Torque at the line. Slides into position and sends us to bonus baseball.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Daniel Lowe will come in and face a brand new pitcher for the Padres. They'll bring in a big, tall, strong right-hander wearing number 72, Bradley Rodriguez. Rodriguez is only 22 years old. He made his debut last year, pitched 7 innings or 7 games for the Padres overall, and had a really good run. So here he is out of the bullpen now with a little bit of a jam and a momentum going here for the Reds. First and second, and 1 out, or make it 2 outs.
It'll be Eugenio Suarez at the plate. Stewart at second, Lowe at first. Suarez 0 for 2 today, trying to get going and turn around this 3 for 34 that he's on. The pitch in too tight for ball 1 to Eugenio Suarez. 1 ball and no strikes on Suarez. Sal Stewart's at second, Lowe at first. A run in for the Reds here in the 5th. We're tied at 1. Rodriguez comes set from the belt. The pitch. Suarez swings right through it. Changeup over the outside corner. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tatis shading up the middle. France deep at first and off the bag. Rodriguez. The pause, the pitch. Fastball too far outside. 98 miles an hour for the hard-throwing 22-year-old. Rodriguez comes set. Now here he comes. Way too high there to Suarez. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Noelvi Marte waiting behind him. No doubt Marte would love a chance with the bases loaded. Reds have rallied with 2 outs to score the 1. And now the 3-1 to Suarez. Swinging a bouncing ball foul down the third base line. We'll try it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Suarez. So now with 2 outs, Sal will be running from second base. Lowe will take off from first. Outfield straight away against Suarez. Rodriguez readies. And from the belt, here he comes. Payoff pitch is whacked to left field, but right at Samad Taylor. He backs up a couple of quick steps, squares up to make the catch, side retired. Boy, Suarez got on top of it, hit that 92.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh, yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Sun win up to $5,000 in free play during Three-Wheel Hot Seat Friday and Baseball Bonanza Saturdays. That's Friday and Saturday, 6 to 9. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 800-9-WITH-IT.
Samad Taylor leads off the Padres' fifth inning. Bottom of the fifth, Andrew Abbott's back to work. First pitch to Taylor is high and outside for ball one. Taylor struck out his first time up, one of 3 Andrew Abbott strikeouts tonight. Abbott coming off the fourth inning where he retired the Padres in order for the first time tonight. Taylor tries to bunt, shortens, pulls the bat back, and it's a strike. Boy, Taylor challenged that very late. That's always a tricky one to challenge because he's running out of the box as the pitch comes in, but it was low.
The call is overturned. San Diego has one challenge.
That's one of those, I don't know. I saw Taylor shoot a look into the Padre dugout before he tapped his cap. And if you do that, the umpires are not supposed to grant you the opportunity to challenge. But Lance Barrett allowed it. It is overturned, now 2-0. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Well, maybe Lance Barrett had a bad pitch where he missed the pitch and he missed the signal from the dugout.
Could have. It's a bad sequence. Here's the 2-1. He tries to bunt again, bunts it foul, back behind home plate. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Two balls, 2 strikes on Taylor. Here it comes. And a little bit low and inside with a fastball from Abbott. Runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. And strike 3 called. Got him looking over the inside corner at the knees, and Taylor wants to challenge that. So let's see if that is, in fact, strike 3. Yes, it was. And the Padres are out of challenges.
Call is confirmed. San Diego is now out of challenges.
So Taylor challenging twice during that at bat. Kind of looked like he didn't really want to challenge, but did. One down here in the 5th inning, and here's Freddie Fermin. Fermin has turned into Babe Ruth over the last 3 days. He is now homered in 3 straight games. Didn't have any home runs on the year coming into this stretch. Swung on, fouled off the catcher Tyler Stevenson. It's 0-1 on Freddie Fermin. Fermin coming over from the Royals in a trade. Abbott deals, and Fermin takes a little low. Change up down, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. That's a little low. 2 balls and a strike on Fermin. 3 home runs in 3 days. Not bad for a guy hitting 155. The pitch. Fermin takes a look at a strike.
Well, the 155 batting average is the lowest batting average he's had really in his major league career, but His power has never been a hot topic. Had 2 home runs all of last season.
2-2. And it's in the dirt. The count runs full, 3-2. Kind of a guy you want to attack, isn't he?
You actually check that. He had 5 home runs when you add up both the home runs that he had, the 3 in Kansas City and 2 in San Diego.
Full count. Abbott throws. Swung on, fouled back by Fermin. But safe to say he's seeing it well right now. Came over the deadline from the Royals to the Padres. Fouled off right side. Padres had to give up a couple of pitchers. Stephen Kolick and Brian Bergert for Freddie Fermin. Both have spent time in the Royals rotation. In fact, we saw Kolick when the Reds played the Royals. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on Fermin, and here comes Abbott again with a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a fastball there. Fermin strikes out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now for Abbott. He's actually struck out 3 of the last 4 batters he's faced.
Yeah, Abbott is much more refined around the strike zone now than he was early in the ball game. Even though he really has not been tested this entire ball game, he's never had more than 1 batter on base. But he just looks a little bit more in the groove right now.
Fernando Tatis Jr. takes a backdoor curveball that he drops over the outside corner for a called strike.
Yeah, when he start landing that, look out.
0-1 the count on Fernando Tatis Jr. Abbott's home of the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Then he sped him up with a fastball, and Tatis couldn't catch up to it. That is a pitch that is actually giving Tatis fits right now. The elevated fastball. Abbott back home with the 0-2. Swing. There's a little looping liner. Caught at second base by the second baseman Edwin Arroyo moving.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Noelvi Marte leads off the Reds' 6th inning. Marte, McLean, and Stevenson, if anybody gets on, Edwin Arroyo. Now the right-hander back to work. Rodriguez, the kick and pitch, misses high and outside for ball 1. Bradley Rodriguez came in, got the final out of the 5th. Now the 1-0 pitch is off the outside corner. Change-up away, and it's 2-0 on the right-handed hitting Marte. Of course, the out that he got was A rocket to left field off the bat of Eugenio Suarez. If he hits that just a little bit more down the line or toward the gap, it would have been trouble. Ground ball headed through the middle. That's past the shortstop Bogarts and into left center field for a hit. Marte is on with his first hit of the night. Second straight inning, the Reds have had their leadoff man aboard. The Reds lost him on batter's interference with Arroyo trying to steal, with Blake Dunn batting on a series of 3-2 pitches, and it ended with a strikeout and batter interference. Marte aboard at first. Matt McClain up now. 1 on, nobody out. The pitch to McClain is in there for a called strike. McClain 2 for 2 today. He singled in the second and then doubled in the fourth inning. Padres play him straight up in the outfield. Tatis shading up the middle. Big hole on the right side with the first baseman France holding the runner Marte. Marte takes off. The pitch is a strike. Throw to second, and it's into the runner. It hits off of Marte, deflects over into shallow left center field, but Bogarts gets over there to keep it from becoming a problem for the Padres. It's a stolen base for Noelvi Marte. That's his second stolen base of the year. We'll see if that changes McClain's approach a little bit here. He's down to the count 0-2 anyway. Marte down at second. Nobody out. Rodriguez fires, and McClain swings, sends a high fly ball deep left center field. Taylor back at the track, leaping at the wall, and he makes the catch. Marte back to tag at second. He's going to third. The throw to third, and it's not in time. Marte just beat that throw. A great catch by Samad Taylor at the wall in left center field, and he might have brought that one back. That was a spectacular play. And I don't know if it was going to get out, but it was definitely destined for extra bases.
Well, it was really close to being out. He's got tremendous speed, Taylor does, and he went back very gracefully and just kind of almost nonchalanted that play when he went up there.
But it moves Marte into third now with only 1 out. So still a productive at bat for McClain, and now Tyler Stevenson with the Padres playing the infield end. The pitch to Stevenson is a changeup low, and the count's 1-0. Stevenson singled in the second, grounded to the second baseman his last time up. Tatis shading up the middle. France way off the bag at first, and Stevenson watches a changeup just miss for ball 2. It was a little bit low, and the Padres don't have a challenge now. Adrian Morejon loosening now in the Padre bullpen behind Bradley Rodriguez. 2 balls, no strikes. A right-hander, the kick and pitch. Way off the plate outside. Fastball at 99. Almost took Fermin's arm off trying to reach across his body to glove that.
Rodriguez is kind of an interesting pitcher in as much as he averages about 99 miles an hour on his fastball, but throws his changeup almost half the time.
3-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
That's pretty advanced pitching for a 22-year-old.
It really is. Of course, I'm sure the Padres looking at his ball strike split here. Split down the middle. Probably like to see him throw more strikes. The pitch just off the outside corner, ball 4, and he walks Stevenson here. They'll have him at the corners with 1 out, and Edwin Arroyo coming to the plate. And that's going to be it. Craig Stammen pops out of the Padre dugout. So he will go to the mound and bring on a new pitcher. Adrian Morejon ready to go for San Diego. Pitching change made in the 6th with runners at first and third and 1 out. Reds and Padres even at 1 on the Reds Radio Network.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving.
That one is his major league leading 23rd home run.
Tough chance. What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did. Oh, man. Cody Freeman makes a highlight reel catch.
Astros win 11-9, scoring 6 in the bottom half of the 8th. Their best win of 2026 came out of nowhere.
Shohei Ohtani did his job tonight. 6 innings of 2 hits, shutout baseball, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 89 pitches, 58 for strikes.
Has his ERA down to 0.74.
Christopher Sanchez has become the all-time leader in scoreless innings for a left-hander. Consecutive scoreless streak ends at 50 2/3 innings.
That is the same version as the last guy that they just took out. Bradley Rodriguez will give way to Adrian Morejon. The only difference is that Morejon comes in here pitching left-handed, but they both have tremendous arms. 99-mile-an-hour fastball, hard slider from Morejon. You get down to the part of the lineup here where you've got a lefty coming up in the number 9 spot, and you've got J.J. Bleday coming after Blake Dunn. So Craig Stammen making a pitching change. It'll be Morejon on the hill for the Padres.
So they'll turn around Edwin Arroyo, so he'll bat right-handed now. First and third, 1 out. Morejon sets ready. And the first pitch to Arroyo, swung on in the air. Center field, Jackson Merrill will back up. He's got it. The catch is made. Here comes Marte heading home. And now they've got the runner hung up at first base, but there's nobody covering at first. So the Reds will get a run and take the lead. A sac fly for Edwin Arroyo to center field. And it will score Noelvi Marte. The Reds have a 2-1 lead. So Stevenson, you may think, well, that was bad base running because he was dead to rights when he decided to go back to first base. But he realized that there was nobody covering at first base, so he could get as far to second base as he wanted before he changed his mind.
You're right. The first baseman came into the middle of the infield to be the cutoff man. The pitcher went behind home plate.
First career RBI for Edwin Arroyo. Blake Dunn takes low.
First time we've seen Arroyo, I think, bat right-handed so far this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's productive. He ends up the go-ahead run. 2-1 Reds. Blake Dunn struck out to end a long at bat his last time up. After taking a pitch in the dirt, he waits on the 1-0. Here it comes. And Dunn takes down and away. Right-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher, Morejon. 2-1, Reds lead the Padres. We're in the 6th inning. All is quiet in the Reds bullpen. I'm sure Terry Francona would like to get as much mileage out of Andrew Abbott as he could possibly get tonight. Morejon's 2-0. Dunn pounds it into the ground to the shortstop. Up with it, Bogarts. He'll feed it to Tatis covering at second, forcing out Steve.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Williams pops it up. Another one for Jeffers. Well, the best part about it is that he can actually try to smile a little bit.
Jeffries laughs at himself, and I think that's cool. Because I'm not laughing at his inability to catch the pop. And that's the way the game is. You have to be able to laugh at yourself a little bit.
nonstop destination, CVG will get you from the dugout to your destination in no time. Make CVG your MVP for travel convenience. Visit CVGAirport.com for more information. CVG Airport, connecting you to home.
The sixth inning now with the Reds leading it 2-1. Jackson Merrill leads it off for the Padres in the sixth inning against Andrew Abbott. He's into his windup, and the left-hander delivers. The pitch is a strike at the knees. 0-1 on Jackson Merrill. Merrill flew out in foul territory to the left fielder his first time up, and then popped out to the shortstop, Matt McClain, in his last at-bat. Wave and a miss, and a good breaking ball there from Abbott down and out of the zone, and Merrill's behind the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Abbott is really dealing. I mean, he has just been able to put the Padres down almost effortlessly. It's the kind of groove you love to see your starting pitcher get in the middle of the ball game.
A walk in each of the first 2 innings. He's retired the Padres in order over the last 2. The pitch is off the outside corner. Tried a breaking ball, teased him a little bit off the outside edge. Merrill just wouldn't go for it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abbott back home now with a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up that time with a fastball up and in. And Andrew Abbott has his 6th strikeout of the night. 1 gone here in the 6th inning as we look at the answer to our Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Who was the first player inducted into the Reds Hall of Fame who had also played for the Padres during his career? A, Cesar Geronimo. B, Aaron Harang, or C, Fred Norman? You said Fred Norman. I was going to say Aaron Harang, but I'll trust you on this and say Fred Norman, C.
That's probably a good guess.
First pitch strike, 0-1 on Ty France. All right, let's see. It was C, Fred Norman. Very good. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. 0-2 now on Ty France. Big Red Machine starting pitcher Fred Norman, a 2018 Hall of Fame inductee, Reds Hall of Fame inductee. Pitched for the Padres from 1971. Now the pitch is swung on and fouled back. Pitched for the Padres from 1971 until the Reds acquired him in a trade with San Diego on June the 12th of 73. Number of ex-Padres in the Reds Hall of Fame grew by 2 with the induction earlier this year of both Aaron Harang and Reggie Sanders. Pitch a little bit too high on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both of whom also played for the Padres during their careers. So there you have it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ty France. Abbott into his windup, and the 1-2 pitch. A little bit low with that curveball. I think that was a pitch he was hoping to get a swing on. But
probably was, because he's been getting a lot of swings on every one of his pitches, but he just seems to be really painting with his pitches. Fastballs and off-speed alike. 2-2.
Swing, and that's a soft chopper up the third base line. Barehanded by Abbott, spins and throws in time to get the not-so-speedy Ty France. 2 down.
He'll appreciate that.
Well, I think Ty's a pretty self-aware individual. Not exactly Blake Dunn.
No, but you know what? It was a good idea by Abbott because he knew who was running down the first base line, didn't rush his throw, and threw a perfect strike.
Manny Machado takes a first pitch strike on a fastball over the outside corner, 0-1. Boy, the Reds did such a good job against Machado last year. He is scuffling, though, at the moment. The pitch is down low. Here's the thing that I think is remarkable about Manny Machado, and it pretty much sums up the entire Padre offense right now. He came in hitting just a .112 in his last 31 games. Swinging a foul, third base side. 112. That's his batting average over more than a month of games now. But yet, despite all that, he leads the Padres in RBIs with 14 over that stretch. That's kind of how it's going right now for San Diego. The 1-2 pitch swung on, and that's fouled back into the top of the net. The Reds can say from across the field, we feel your pain.
You know what happens in baseball when your team doesn't score runs and you don't hit? It seems that you're disinterested. When he doesn't hit, nobody seems more disinterested than Manny Machado.
You're right about that. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Machado. Low and inside, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
I mean, those close to him will tell you that he's a great teammate. He's a gamer. He's a guy that really goes after it. But sometimes watching him from the other dugout or up here in the third level, it doesn't really translate to that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball back up the middle, handled by Arroyo near the bag at second. The throw to first in time by half the baseline. Kind of like that, you mean?
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
It's a good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, placata.
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
We are back to start the top of the seventh inning, and J.J. Bleday sets into Adrian Morejon, and the left-hander deals, and Bleday hits a fly ball, playable, just right in his tracks is the right fielder, Chase Bowen, to put it away. Let's pause for station ID, up and down the Reds Radio Network. Sal Stewart steps in this 2-1 ball game. The Reds are up by 1 over the Padres. Looks at the first pitch from the left-hander Morejon, and it is outside ball 1. Morejon is one hard-working workhorse out of the bullpen. 75 games last year for the Padres as Stewart fouls this one back, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. He pitched in 60 games the year before. And this is game number 30 for him here this evening. There's no doubt about it. The strength of the Padre ball club is their bullpen. The 1-1 to Stewart is grounded right back to the pitcher. Morejon picks it off, and he flips it over to first base, 2 down. There are a lot of similarities between the Padres and the Reds. Both teams got off to good starts. Both teams really wanted to emphasize their pitching and their defense this year. And both teams have been struggling lately. And you got to figure something would give here in this 3-game series. Padres are still in playoff contention. If the season were to end at the beginning of the day today, they would have snagged that last playoff spot. The Reds are in danger of taking a game on them as they lead this ball game 2-1 here in the top of the 7th. And a pinch hitter for Nathaniel Lowe will be Spencer Steer. Steer steps in and gets a hard-throwing lefty. And Morejon deals and swung on and fouled straight back by Steer. That's a get me loose swing right there.
Pretty good weapon to have off the bench with Steer not getting the start today.
The pitch by the left-hander is swung on. That one is rifled down the right field. Actually off the facing in front of the stands down the right field line. It'll be retrieved by the ball girl and a souvenir into the stands. A little over 37,000 is the attendance here tonight at Petco Park in San Diego. No balls and 2 strikes to Spencer Steer, and it's inside off the plate, ball 1.
TJ Antone loosening now in the Reds bullpen. I gotta believe Andrew Abbott's going to go back out there for another inning, the way he's looked so far.
The pitch by Morahone is outside. It's an even 2-ball, 2-strike count.
I mean, Abbott's retired 10 in a row.
It really doesn't look like he has lost a thing unless he went in and maybe told Terry Francona that he's had enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A swing and a miss on a breaking ball down and in, and Spencer Steer is a strikeout victim. A 1-2.
The Seattle Mariners have officially found their groove, riding the wave of an amazing run that started in May and has them sailing in June.
And the Mariners sweep the A's.
The secret to their recent success? Power at the plate and dominance on the mound.
Swung on and missed, got him.
The rotation, led by Emerson Hancock, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, has been absolutely electric, shutting down opposing lineups. And while all-star backstop Cal Raleigh remains sidelined, a surge of offensive power has arrived.
A rainmaker to left field. Julio with a bang.
Julio Rodriguez is on fire and flexing his marquee muscle. Throw a locked-in Randy Arozarena and a red-hot Luke Raley into the mix, and you got a lineup firing on all cylinders. Thanks to the run of victories to kick off the summer, Seattle has cruised to the top of the AL West and has the Pacific Northwest rocking. The American League is officially on notice. The Mariners are a problem.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy. That's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice catch, JD. JD. What a catch. They probably stuck with the pine tar.
No kidding. Look at this guy.
I mean, it comes off the screen, and he just barehands it.
AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Reds fans, don't miss the bus for the Reds versus Nationals, August 7th to 10th, as part of a 4-day adventure with Croswell Tours. Explore Washington, D.C. and all its history. Visit gocroswell.com for details.
Abbott has been in control of this ball game, and he steps onto the mound for the 7th time here this evening, as he's got the back half of the Padre lineup, starting with Xander Bogaerts, and he starts him off with a fastball on the outside corner. That's a strike. Not overpowering at all tonight is Abbott, but he is moving the ball around, changing speeds, and getting a lot of easy outs, and he's quickly ahead of Bogaerts. No balls and 2 strikes. Abbott so far 6 innings, only 2 hits given up. He has walked 2 and he has struck out 6. Well, like Jace Bowen, he didn't get very much of it. Right on the end of the bat on a really good pitch by Zach McCambley. But Taylor was able to get the ball into the air just enough over the shortstop's head to drive the runs in.
And Freddie Fermin hits for the 4th time. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. The throw to second, and it's not in time. Stolen base for Taylor. Well, this is a Padre team playing with a little edge. And I'll be honest with you, it's not an edge we expected coming into the series, because this is not the style of play that the Padres have been playing much of this year.
It's an edge that has gotten a little bit sharper as the game has gone on.
Again, it goes back to what you said right out of the gate. Get them down early and keep them down. The Reds failed to do that. The pitch is a strike. 0-2 on Freddie Fermin. Padres scored first in this game in the third. Then the Reds tied it in the fifth, took the lead in the sixth. Padres have scored 4 in the last 2. McCambly readies. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And this is ripped to center field. That's going to go down for a base hit. Here comes Taylor charging around third to score. Another RBI hit. 3 straight RBI hits for the Padres from their 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters. Jace Bowen singled home Bogarts. Taylor singling home, Taylor singled home Bogarts and Bowen, and now Fermin singles home Taylor.
McCambly's now really out of gas. I mean, he's left the last couple of breaking balls up in the zone. He's already thrown 30 pitches in this inning, every one of those under pressure. They've got Zach Maxwell warming up in the Reds bullpen just to try to give McCambly a way to get out of it.
Strike called. Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate. It is 6-2 Padres. Chopper over the mound. It's going to be a tough play for Arroyo. He fields it charging in front of the bag, throws just in time to get Tatis hustling down the line, and the inning is over. Damage done.
What's the matter with Johnson? Got a tooth thing or something. Wait a minute, he lost a tooth. He lost a tooth. The legend of Randy Johnson.
He throws so hard that his teeth out.
Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Well, quit doing it then. He picked something off the ground.
Yeah.
I think a tooth fell out. Put it under your pillow at the Sheridan tonight.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Well, a new pitcher on the mound for the Padres, and it's the one guy the Reds did not want to see in this ball game or in this series. Right-handed flamethrower Mason Miller from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He was traded to the Padres at the deadline last year from the Oakland A's for the 4 top prospects in the Padre organization. A.J. Preller, the general manager, said they needed a closer, and boy, do they ever get one.
They might be the best in the game.
He's got 18 saves, and he struck out 51 batters in 26 innings.
First pitch, 101. Took a little something off it.
That is a strikeout ratio of 17 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Isn't that just ridiculous? Leads the National League in saves. Now he fires in a strike with a slider to Edwin Arroyo, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller from the belt to the plate, swinging a ground ball foul, first base side.
And
1-2.
Miller, who has, a fastball that goes anywhere from 100 to 104 miles an hour. He also has one of the best overhand curveballs around. Reminds me a ton of Nolan Ryan.
That's pretty favorable comparison. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Up and in at 102. And Arroyo just stood there and watched it stoically. 2-2. And a lot of times you'll see a hitter diving out of the way of a pitch like that. Not Arroyo. He just stood in there, watched it whistle right on by. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled straight back. 102 again, and Arroyo got a piece of it. Fought it off. Arroyo is a confident player. You got to figure this is the type of challenge he'll relish.
I think you're right. He had a good swing at a high heater.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller to the plate. And he lays off the breaking ball up and away. Boy, you got to be fairly impressed with this at bat by Edwin Arroyo here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Miller fires. Swing and a miss. Got him the slider down and in. And as good as Arroyo battled in that at bat, it still ends in a strikeout. 1 down in the 9th. See your Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers for the trail-dominating new Toyota Tacoma. More powerful, capable, and efficient than ever with available iForce Max hybrid engine. First pitch, strike 1. Blake Dunn down to the count, 0-1. Dunn's 1 for 4, singled in the first. Miller through the signs, comes set. Now he fires. Dunn takes 2 high. That'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dunn. The right-hander picks up the sign. Now he fires. And Dunn watches a breaking ball for a strike called. One ball, 2 strikes on Blake Dunn. Here comes Miller. Off the outside corner, 2-2. Miller's ERA right at 1. Strikeout rate of almost 50%. 2-2. And Dunn slashes it foul down the right field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller, a big guy out there, and boy, once he comes in, he is just ready to slam the door shut. Here's his 2-2 pitch. Dunn pops it up foul into the seats. Past the Padres' first base dugout. Two and two the count. Nobody on, 1 out. Reds are down 6-2 in the 9th. Miller readies, and here's the 2-2. Way too high with that fastball upstairs at 103. Miller stares back in. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3. Got him looking. Dunn wants to challenge, but looked like a pretty good pitch over the outside corner. And it's going to split the edge, but you have both challenges remaining. What do you got to lose? There's a strike. Two outs in the 9th. Now it's up to J.J. Bleday. Miller comes set. He fires. First pitch to Bleday is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Same time tomorrow night, 9:40 start, Cincinnati time, 9:10 air time. Chase Burns against Lucas Giolito. The 0-1. Low on the inside corner. One and one on Bleday. He has walked and hit a ground rule double and then later scored. This is swung and fouled off the foot of Freddie Fermin, the Padre catcher. He goes hobbling out from behind the plate. Might have actually got him down on the lower part of his shin guard. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball up and out of the zone at 103. That's all. Reds fall to the Padres tonight. 6-2 the final score here in San Diego as the Reds drop their 5th straight. We're back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, ACM and CMA award-winning artist John Party is coming to Great American Ballpark on Wednesday, July 8th as a part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they battle the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from country music's California cowboy, John Party. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view. For tickets and more information, visit Reds.com/concerts.
It's time for baseball.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game,